and I represent the entire people of Ughelli North, Ughelli South, and Udu. I am from Delta State. I rise this morning to move that a bill for an act to amend the Electoral Act 2022 and for related matters, HB 37, be read a second time. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Saleh, can you second?
Thank you.
Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, I want to plead that this bill be given a chance to pass a second reading such that it can be assigned to a committee and perhaps go for public hearing. It's about the Electoral Act 2022, and I'm proposing a number of amendments to that act. We've all just come out of the elections, and the huge litigations that followed have just ended. In fact, last week, Saturday, the reruns were held, and every one of us are witnesses to what happened as the Electoral Act 2022 was being implemented for the first time. I must say that the Electoral Act 2022 was enacted by the 9th Assembly painstakingly with a view of making our elections more credible, more credible, such that the results that come from it will be more acceptable. However, after the elections and everything we have gone through, we find that there is a need for an amendment to the Electoral Act 2022 to address some of the challenges that we faced during the election, to correct some obvious defects in the Act, and to get us better prepared for coming elections. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, there are a number of sections of the Act that I propose for amendment. The first one is Section 10, subsection 3. In this section, I am asking that INEC should not just do revalidation before every election, but rather, every 10 years, there should be a fresh registration of voters. Because the revalidation currently being done, Mr. Speaker, does not completely eliminate the names of dead people and those who shouldn't be on the register. Re-registration will help us to have a clean register every 10 years. And that's the first amendment that I propose, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. I also go on to propose, and I ask for your kind consideration, my honorable colleagues, the cost of conducting our elections are enormous, hundreds of millions of naira every electoral cycle. I am proposing, and I plead that you support this proposal, that going forward, all the 5 elections, the election for Mr. President, the election for the governors, the election for the National Assembly, the Senate and the House of Representatives, the State House of Assembly, all the elections be held on one single day, except, of course, off-cycle elections. But the general elections be held on one single day. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, this will save this country hundreds of millions of naira and will also save time. And we prevent this matter of bandwagon effect after the first election. And we know the problems we've had with postponement of election after the first one. So that's one of the proposals I here propose. And I seek your support.
Honorable Kuye, Honorable Isiaka, please order.
Order in the House. Please, order.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I crave your indulgence to consider another amendment that I propose. In the 2022 Act, the matter of electronic transmission of results was not definite. I think that we are the lawmakers. We are the ones that make the law for the country. I think we should not make a law that will be vague, that will be interpreted differently by different courts of law. I therefore propose, honorable colleagues, that Section 60, subsection 5, should read that the presiding officer shall transfer and/or transmit the results, including the total number of accredited voters and the results of the ballot electronically. If we are this clear and definite, the courts will be uniform, and the judgments that will emanate from the courts will be the same across the country. Another proposal that I have brought here, honorable colleagues, Mr. Speaker, please, for amendment, is this matter that we faced during the litigation. Some of us had 3 matters at the tribunal level. At the Court of Appeal, we had 2 matters, 3 matters, costing us time and lots of money. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, some of these petitions to the tribunals were frivolous. Some people who scored 100 votes will take somebody who has 60,000 votes to court. And you imagine what he's looking for. I propose here, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, that those who bring such frivolous petitions to the courts should be fined heavily. The penalties should be such that will deter such frivolous petitions from going to court. You can imagine our governorship elections that just went on, 75% of the elections went as far as the Supreme Court. We must stop this trend in our country. That's why I propose that Section 130, subsection 2, should read that notwithstanding the provisions of Section 1 above, any person who presents a frivolous petition to the tribunal shall be liable to pay a huge fine to the respondent, if the court so determines the petition to be frivolous and a waste of time. Honorable colleagues, I ask that you support this amendment that I have brought for the Electoral Act. I believe it's good for our country, it's good for our democracy, and it will be good for future elections.
Order,
Thank you very
please.
much, Mr. Speaker.
Order. Order in the House. Order, please.
Thank you. Those against, you say nay. The ayes have it.